Without capitalism, this country wouldn't exist today. Freedom wouldn't exist. Because capitalism is virtuous, it is moral, it is meritocratic, and it grows dignity. It's dynamic. So how is capitalism virtuous? Well, to be a capitalist, to be a successful capitalist, you have to be hardworking. Several years ago, 10 years ago or so, I was traveling across Cambodia and Vietnam in my sort of self-engaged quest to learn about socialism and authoritarianism and how people lived under these regimes. I was in Phnom Penh in Cambodia, sitting in a roadside little cafe type thing, a dirt road, me and my friend who was a reporter from Hong Kong. And along comes a man on a bicycle, and he has no arms. And this fellow is steering the bicycle with a metal rod attached to the handlebars and a mouthpiece in his mouth. No arms, pedaling his bicycle down the street. On the back of the bicycle are a bunch of chickens tied together by the feet. They're all squawking their wings. It was remarkable to look at, the most amazing thing I ever saw. We watched this guy pull up down the block a little bit, and me and my buddy got down to see what this was, because it was just fascinating. Go down the street, this man gets off his bike. And as he gets off his bike, a bunch of little kids and a lady run up to him and surround him. We go up to find out who he is. This little market was his market. I got to speak to this gentleman. They were his kids and his wife. This man told me through an interpreter as we got to talk to him that as a boy he had lost his arms in a landmine explosion that had killed his brother in Cambodia. He scraped, he saved, he improvised. Steering a bicycle with your teeth, yes, he improvised. And he built a business. He built that little business. And when I stood and spoke to this guy, he stood up straight as an arrow with this look of dignity and almost defiance on his face, because that was his business. Now, by any standard in this country, they were scraping out a tough living, but his family respected him, and most of all, he respected himself, and so did his community. He had dignity, true dignity. Somebody living in this country on their Section 8 welfare check, you know, in some failed family might have a better lifestyle, you could argue, but they certainly don't have that kind of dignity and self-respect and command the respect of others. That's courage. That's dignity. Now, I'm not going to say, please don't believe that life in Cambodia is a better life than America. It's certainly not. That family would die to be here today in this country. But what you saw, and I saw in this gentleman, I recognize, is that in this country, still socialist, that the capitalist nature of man fights to emerge in every environment through human action, through the individual effort. Amen. Amen. And that is what the left can't grasp. They hate it.